I think I'm going. Hi, Philly. I'm Allie.
Hello, Ali. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. So where are you based
Um, Not
right now?
really. You mean right now?
Right this
Okay.
second, where are you?
Yes. I'm staying 3 months in Bodrum, which is in Turkey.
Okay.
And right now, I'm having a 2-day trip to Dalian with a friend. So we're sharing a hotel room. She's brushing her teeth right now.
Is it night? It's late. It's late at night then, right? Like 9 p.m. or?
Yeah, it's 9 p.m., 9:10 p.m.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so what time is it your place?
It's noon. I'm in Idaho, kind of in the middle,
Oh, it's
Pacific
noon. So
Northwest of the U.S.
I'm actually in your future.
What was that? You are
I am in your future,
You're a
yeah.
time traveler. I know. When I went to Australia last year, we left on Wednesday and
Oh,
I got back a different day, and it was trippy. It's funny.
yeah.
So, are you a true digital nomad?
I think so, yeah. I work online.
Okay.
I'm registered in the Netherlands because that's where I'm originally from as how do you call it in English? Independent uh, entrepreneur without employees. I think that's,
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
like an independent contractor in the U.S. kind
Yeah,
of. Okay.
yeah, like a freelancer, but they make it something fancy for taxes and stuff like that.
I hope it's
Yeah,
the better.
so, um, well, things can always be better in the Netherlands, really.
So, you're from Finland. That's home.
No, Netherlands.
Netherlands. I'm sorry. I heard.
Yes. I was born in Amsterdam,
Oh, okay. Dutch.
live there
Flemish.
almost all. Yes, Dutch. I also speak Dutch. And that's something interesting. Really weird language we have with the in our sound.
My foreign exchange student who I had is from Belgium, but from the Dutch-speaking part of Belgium.
Oh, that's almost the same. But they sound so adorable to me because they don't say the they say the
So they're like little kids.
oh my god, can you say it again?
It's like
Yeah.
the British for us. They're like,
Yeah,
you're
definitely.
almost saying it right. You know, like, so do you teach English? Is that what you do? I forgot. No, you're
No,
online.
I studied psychology. After that, I started working as a course maker. Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
so
That's right. We have the same degree. Uh,
yes, I guess we do. I only have my bachelor's.
You're
Yeah, that's the same book, same
here.
book. Yeah.
Crazy. You have this one too. I'm
Analyzing forward problems. I'm not sure about that one.
a different one. He's very
Yeah.
American.
But I only got my bachelor's degree, so I skipped a lot of things.
Okay. You got the important parts probably. So do
Right?
you do online course creations for companies?
Yes, I do that one. And also I make website content. And since January, I make a few courses for companies too, to engage more on social media.
So you're instructing them how to do it.
Yes, and I'm not really a people person, so I usually make manuals. I instruct a few people and I teach them how to teach others.
Well, that's
So,
a great person. I'm a total introvert as well, and it's a perfect, like, I love people and I love one-on-one, but groups are
yeah, uh, I can handle groups, but I cannot handle too many people in a short time. So I can give like a course for 2 days a week, and then I need 3 days to be by myself to get my energy back. Yeah.
okay. So here's a good question about travel that brings that into you.
Yeah.
I'm a true introvert as well. Like I work from home. I like it quiet. I have kids, so when they're gone, I need my bubble. But when I travel with my travel partner. And so we're
Yeah.
together, and I love her. She's my cousin, but we're together 24 hours a day. And when you travel, it sounds like you're with a friend as well. Does that become a problem ever?
I'm actually in a relationship. I travel with him for around 5 months a year
Oh,
because he has his job in one place. So that's his thing, I guess. And then the other months, I'm actually without any company. Well, I have to go back to the Netherlands a few months a year because otherwise I won't be a Dutch citizen
for your
any longer.
visa and to have
Yes,
rest. Okay.
Yeah. But all the other months, I'm usually on by myself. I'm here now in Turkey for 3 months, and my friend is visiting for 1 week.
Okay. So just a
So,
week. You can do anything you need to for a week.
yes,
Okay.
1 week, maybe two. And then after that, I'm kind of like, okay, that's enough.
Or like we'll just then you kind of just do your own thing and then meet for dinner or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I
So
like those things.
what's your goal? Do you want to travel forever? Is this while you're young?
Actually, I didn't really have a goal. I quit my job a few years back, 3 years ago. I was working for the police, making courses for them.
Okay. Of course.
But it was a mess. And they're really strict with rules, with protocol, with those things, which is not for me. I like things different. I like
Creative.
energy of you. Yes.
Okay.
So I quit my job there. I got a small offer from an online magazine, a Dutch one, that was writing about traveling in Thailand. And they said, oh, if you come here, we'll pay you, I don't know how much it was, like €400 a month. I guess
Oh,
it makes like $500. And I was like, I can do that, it would be coming close to pay at least my food and things like that. So I did that for 6 months. I just didn't feel like going back and get a house and another steady job. So I kind of made this up, and I'm, just seeing where it goes, actually.
how long has it been?
Um, I think next November will be 3 years.
3 years. Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
How
and
does
I
that
love
work
it.
with the relationship? Does that still work?
It does work. He's working in Turkey now. That's why I'm here for 3 months. So we
Okay,
see
so
each
you are.
other. Yeah. So here's the thing. In the winter months, we're together for 5 months. So November to March, kind of. Then he works here for 2 or 3 months. I visit 3 months. And then after that, so there's like 4 or 5 months that I'm by myself.
Which is great, actually.
Yes.
I would
I
love
like
that,
it.
actually.
I like it so much. Also, you get to do things yourself. I can tell him about things that I saw, about things that I experienced. And actually, it's a big plus in my relationship
Yeah,
to,
okay. So you're not
yeah.
separated all the time, clearly.
No,
That's
no,
it.
we're not.
It's not really a long distance relationship. You just have time to yourself. That seems perfect,
Yes.
actually. Okay, so tell me about animals really quick. Are you vegetarian?
I'm vegan. I
You're
started
vegan.
plant-based. So like 90% vegan, I guess.
Uh-huh.
But I see so many things about traveling, treating animals. Like in the Netherlands, the Western world, everything is kept from society.
Yes.
An animal was brought to a farm, and you don't know what's happening in there.
Where it came from, what happened. In Asia,
No,
there's no wall between, right?
no, Asia, they just slaughter the animals. Here in Turkey, it was Slaughter Fest 2 weeks ago. People brought lambs home in the back garden, and I stayed inside with everything closed. They do it. I mean, it's in their culture. So, yeah,
I
no,
kind of
not
think
for
that's
me.
better because, like, I've been a vegan, I've been a vegetarian. I'm currently not, but I'm careful. I live in the farm country, so I have choices about the kind of animals we can get, like healthy,
Yeah.
happy living outside. But the further away it is from you, the more removed, like you can pretend where it doesn't come from.
Yes, exactly.
And I don't know, at least when it's up front, you're honest with yourself and you can make better choices. I don't know.
Yes. But I think that's the best thing. Also, when you live in the Western world, you have so many choices. There's soy milk, oatmeal milk, any kind of milk. You don't need the real milk.
Yeah.
Here in Turkey, I need to travel 1 hour to get to a big supermarket where they have one brand of soy milk.
Yeah.
So, in a more poor country, you're limited to the things that they have, actually. Well, if you're in a Western world, that's kind of easy to make the switch, I think.
That's fascinating. So, do you have a blog? I didn't check it out beforehand about travel.
I started a blog. I only did the social media. There's like three articles on it. That's it.
But Instagram, I know that you use, and you're big on.
Yes.
You microblog through Instagram or Insta blogging, they call it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think something cool would be to hear about traveling through third world or at least more poor countries as a vegan.
Yes. I started my blog, like being vegan while traveling. having my clumsy moments, which I have a lot. I'm a clumsy person.
Oh, are you?
Things happen to me, that's the thing. And I wanted to write about, beautiful things that I come across, like eco farming and, hotels or things that I like or whatever it is. But making money and doing those things, how much time it absorbs to even have your Instagram reel running and making engagement.
And I've discovered that I like Instagram. I mean, the website makes more money, I would say, because there's an affiliate income from Amazon that I get.
Yeah.
But I realized early on that I don't like writing travel guides. Like, I used to write technical things like you did, manuals, and I found it very, very draining. Creating a course is very different and more creative to me than writing a manual. So I basically, the blog is there and I post maybe once a month, but I don't love it. I love the visual content. I love the Instagram, the creating and engagement. So
short stories and a photo and things like that. Actually, when I was working in Thailand for the online magazine, they really made things like, okay, you go here, this is how you get there, this is how much it costs, these are beautiful photos, this is why you want to go there. It didn't feel like something I was selling. It exactly felt like something I was selling, but I didn't really believe in the way that I did it. So,
too packaged.
Yes.
Just like, rather than my experience in this part of the country.
Yeah.
So what's next for you?
I'll be going back to the Netherlands in 10 days already.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to stay for 2 months, couch surfing with friends, with family. I'm almost 31, so sometimes it kind of feels like I should, rent something, but it's so expensive that I'm kind of like, just keep my money in my
on the couch. Yeah, I bet.
Exactly. And in November, I'm not sure yet, but I'd like to go to Japan again. Or maybe South America. I never been to South America, so.
Do you speak what languages do you speak? Obviously, you speak probably 5.
No,
I
I speak Dutch, Flemish, which is the same, so it doesn't count. German, English, obviously. I had Spanish and French in high school, but that was high school, so that's 15 years ago. Maybe I could order a sandwich or something, but that's about it.
Okay. So South America would be an adventure, and so you don't speak the Thai language either?
No, I do not. But you ever been to Thailand?
Not yet. I want to, for sure.
It's really practical. Most people there know like 5 English words. Yes, no, food.
So you're in English in these other countries as well, just because they happen to use that one. Okay.
Yes. Actually, when you start traveling, you realize that English is actually the language that connects everyone around the world. It's the easiest thing.
That's neat.
To speak.
Lucky for me. Languages are difficult. Are you familiar with Duolingo, the app?
I have it. I'm trying to learn Turkish, but
I'm trying to learn Japanese, but it's so hard. It's so hard.
You're planning to go to Japan?
I went a couple years ago, and I want to go again. I was hoping to go
again,
but I don't think it's going to happen. But maybe we'll let the universe do something amazing for me. That would be great.
Don't forget to buy lottery tickets, right?
That's right. I never do that. I got to give them an opportunity to make you rich. Right? Okay, so one last question. Do you have advice for female solo travelers, like younger than you or the same age as you?
Well, the most important thing, even if you're an introvert, is that you should never be silent. So being harassed, being scared, not sure about any situation, don't be silent. Just scream, do anything that it takes to get out of the situation. Because I reckon I met so many girls. I mean, I stayed in hostels. I even worked in hostels and bunk rooms and things like that. Bunk beds and rooms, dorm rooms. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And it happens so often that you try to be polite because you're scared that you maybe, you don't really get it, or you might insult someone, but you're endangered. You can feel it. You know, the 2 second of your instinct tells you something's off. Move away as fast as you can. Because too many girls feel like, oh, I don't want to be rude. Maybe I misunderstand. And things happen. Bad things happen to them. So that would be the most practical thing, is just to open your mouth, start yelling, screaming, make an ass of yourself, but at least know that you're safe.
I love that. I give that same advice to my 12-year-old daughter.
Right?
I gave her permission to lie in that situation. Anytime she feels unsafe, in the slightest bit, saying my mom wants me home right now, or, and, you know, blame mom, tell, you know, anything at a party or with somebody who makes her uncomfortable, and also be loud and obnoxious. And I practiced. I would practice grabbing her in a car window, which scared the crap out of her, but it was good practice. Now she remembers, don't get close.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess on the flip side of that, as introverts, to not be quiet, the positive part of that would be you have to, I'm sure traveling alone would force you to make relationships and connections on the way, because there's no one else to talk to, right?
Exactly. Yes. And there are many ways to do that, actually. I made an account on couchsurfing.com, which, you know this website?
I've heard of it, but I'm a mom, and so I'm instinctively worried for you. It sounds very dangerous.
Well, they have options too to meet people in a certain area. You can say, hey, I want to grab a coffee here. Is there anyone who'd like to join? Locals, not locals, you know, anyone who has an account on it. Also, you can ask for advice. There are forums in it. And you can just type a city, like, for instance, you go to Japan, you go to Osaka, and you just type, hey, people who live here or are staying around here, can you give advice on blah, blah, blah. People will be really responding. They really like to know new people, meeting up, and things like that.
So couchsurfing.com, it's not just like staying on it's not like an Airbnb.
No, it's not.
Just a network.
It has the option to ask someone, hey, is your couch available? Could I stay? But it has also the option to meet up with people or to make an event so people can join your event, or you join other people's events, of course.
I love that. That's great.
It was a really good one. Yeah, it helped me. Like, I was in Germany. I didn't know what to do in one particular city. And people were like, you know, don't go there. That's just for tourists. Go here. It's so much better. If you want this music or that museum, you know, it's really nice. And also, they're all cheapskates, which can be a really good thing.
You're young and traveling on a budget, and so you're not
exactly.
They'll
tell you, go on Monday to the museums. It's for free. You know, like, oh, that's a good one. Thank you.
If you're living off 400 euros, I mean, that matters a month or whatever it is now. I know that was at the time.
Yeah, exactly. No, I spent all my savings in those months that I was there. Yeah. But, you know, it's difficult sometimes to not feel alone. You might be surrounded by people when you're abroad, even at home. You know, if you're surrounded by the wrong people because you want to spend time with people, you know, you might sit with the cool kids, but it's not your, like you said, it's not your tribe, you know.
So what do you do when you get lonely? I guess it's a different world now. You do have video chat and smartphones.
Exactly. Those things, yeah. I mean, I text my best friends almost daily.
Okay.
You know, we keep in touch and things like that.
You're connected.
Sorry?
You're connected.
Yeah, exactly. Also, the Instagram is a really good thing. I mean, you try to connect with your audience, but you can also say, hey, you know, who's living in this town and who wants to meet up or something like that.
I've met some real people, who are amazing.
Right? Yeah.
And I don't give off a vibe that attracts anything creepy. Like, I just don't.
So far, though, you get the messages already, right?
Well, I get them. I just block immediately, but I don't engage at all. But I get very few of them compared. And maybe because I'm old, I don't know. I think it's energy. I think I just give off
Well, I noticed that if you follow a lot of Indian people, that they all started, hey, hello, where do you live? You know, like,
hey girl.
Like, no. Follow everyone back.
Yeah, like, no, we're not doing that. Yeah. Very popular. I went as a business account briefly, and I got to see my stats, and I was like, oh, I'm very popular in Iran. In the Middle East. I did not know that.
Well, it's something you can make a new niche to, you know. try to get some sales.
Wow. Keep in control. Okay, so last question is, do you see an end? Are you going to keep doing this as long as you can, or till it doesn't make sense anymore?
Well, sometimes I feel like I like to have one place to go back to, like it's really yours. I mean, I
Yeah.
live out of my backpack for the last 3 years, so the stuff that I own is, very little, 30 liters.
Wow.
Yes. Well, okay. Honestly, I do have like 4 carton boxes with photos and things that I really couldn't be separated from at my brother's attic. You know,
Of course, of
couldn't get
course.
rid of it.
But you don't have like a storage unit of things back home. You just have a few boxes.
No, no,
Really?
I got rid of everything, all the furniture, all the little things, and books and stuff like that. But sometimes I see things. I fell in love with this little tin box, and I really want to keep it. And I'm just now giving it as presents to other people.
So
So
you
it's
can
still there.
experience it and then share it because you can't take it with you.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure there will be one point where at least I want to have a place what I can call home, like my home.
Yeah.
Um,
So you feel kind of like you're on a holiday, but that's home, right? The Netherlands, or
mm,
not anymore.
no, not necessarily. I feel more like I'm exploring. Like, I want to know how the vibe of a new city is or a new country.
Mhm.
I'm not like normal tourists that would go around or those really flash packing. I mean, I'm really slow. I could easily stay in one city for a whole month,
Oh,
not be bored at all, just
so
go
you're
around.
slow travel, deep travel, experience it like a
Yes.
local. That's the best way.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. I even go back to places where I've been before just because the vibe was really good and I feel like going there again. So it's like you pick places where you feel comfortable and you just return there. And, yeah.
Another home. You're
I
just,
wouldn't know how to choose one place, to be honest.
I love that.
Oh,
So it's changed you. I don't think, were
yeah.
you like that when you started?
No, I didn't.
So
I
now
felt
you,
like home was the Netherlands, and now I feel like, I felt so comfortable in this place. I could settle. However, I would miss that place where I felt really comfortable. I could settle. So in the meantime, I'm not settling at all, which is, ultimate
you don't
freedom.
have to do it. Oh my gosh. What an
Yeah.
amazing experience.
Well, the thing is, mostly at home, people would tell me, "Oh, you must be having so much fun being on holiday all the time." But
You're like, I'm
they
not.
don't understand that having a business, trying to run your own business online, it can take up to 60 hours a week. I would be exhausted, not going anywhere, just to the supermarket, get food, go back home, work again. Um, and they have a part-time job at home. So,
Yeah, not the
it kind of
not
gets
a
under my
vacation.
skin.
You're living somewhere else. You're living
Yeah,
on a
exactly. Yeah,
laptop.
that's the thing,
Digital nomad. That's pretty cool.
right?
Well, thank you for your time. I gotta run, but you were amazing. I can't believe you've been doing that for 3 years.
Yeah,
But,
it's been a
but
long time.
you said Netherlands and then maybe back to Japan or South America.
Yes.
When will
And
you?
I might end up in Russia somewhere in the
Ah,
middle because it came along. That's the easy part.
okay, that's fantastic. Well, it's so great to meet you face to face.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the Coffee and Passport blog and like also write up some recommendations that you made for women about traveling and
Yeah.
conversational stuff.
If you have any questions like, what did she mean? Because I know my English is not like top notch. Just
Great.
email me or something, I'll respond to that.
I will. I'll totally follow up with you before I publish it then, just for a few.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
Thanks, Ellie. See you again. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.